Hey guys, welcome back to IELTS Energy TV. I am Jessica Beck, the host, also the co-host of the podcast IELTS Energy. Everything is about IELTS and it all has energy. That's the point. Okay, so in the last video, we were talking about how speaking part 3 is similar to writing task 2. And so that got me thinking that you never know what the topic is going to be, right, in speaking part 3. So the best way to prepare is to know the functions that you will be required to show. I mean, what are the question types that you will definitely have to tackle, not the topics, the types of questions, the speaking function that the examiner is trying to pull from you. So this is vital. Write this stuff down, you guys, and I will give you example questions as well. So the first type of question is comparing the past to the present. Very common. For example, how have work hours changed in your country from the past until now? Guys, make sure to write down all of these questions because you should practice all of them. Okay, lots of good sample questions today. Okay, and the next common question type is asking you to compare generations, ages. So for example, do younger people in your culture listen to the same types of music as older people? Comparing generations, very common. Next, asking you for effects or causes, like what are the causes of the huge boom in social media? What are the effects of the huge boom? And again, guys, like a lot of these functions, just like I said in the last video, very common in writing task 2 as well. Okay, so important practice to come up with ideas for this stuff. Okay, so a logical follow-up to effects and causes would be asking you to provide solutions. Like if students have behavior problems in schools in your country, how can we solve this? All right, so solutions. Again, writing task 2, speaking part 3, very similar. Okay, we have 3 more common question types here. Advantages and disadvantages. Very common, right? I like the question, what would be the advantages and disadvantages of having a robot in your home? This idea of robots has been coming up a lot lately. Students have said they've been asked about it in speaking part 1. Robots and future technology, this also comes up in speaking part 3. So get some ideas in your head about robots. All right, 2 more. Another common function would be asking you to describe a trend or a phenomenon in your society, your culture, your country. For example, do people tend to spend a lot of money on weddings in your country? I think I've given some sample answers about that, guys. There are so many sample answers to speaking part 3 questions on this channel, so just search sample part 3 and you could hear some of those. Okay, the last, asking you about the future of something. We've also discussed this on the show, on the podcast. This question type is challenging for a lot of students. It requires more creativity, more inventiveness on the spot, spontaneous imagination. I love these questions. So for example, in the future, do you believe that libraries will disappear? Okay, so another question that you might see on the exam. So again, guys, write all of this down, practice your answers for all of these questions because this is all stuff you could definitely see on your next IELTS speaking exam. Okay, if you want more information about how to increase your next IELTS scores, which we guarantee you will do if you take our course, The 3 Keys IELTS Success System. Go to allearsenglish.com/KEYS. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.